Hey, what's up, everybody? It's video 44 coming at you with another video. All right, so uh, talking Pau Gasol today. He's going to be, well, he announced his retirement yesterday, and of course, the Lakers have also announced that they're going to be retiring his number 16 jersey. Well deserved, obviously, first ballot Hall of Famer in my mind. Um, Pau Gasol is a player who obviously started his career off in Memphis, played phenomenally for them, made all-star teams with them. Uh, Found his way to the Lakers in an amazing trade that we got like as manna from heaven in the time when we had just lost our center to a bad knee injury that set him out for the year. We had championship aspirations, and we just didn't really know what we were gonna do. Kobe was sitting there clearly in his prime, ready to win it, prepared to win it. We had the pieces in place to help us win it, and we just couldn't keep our center healthy. So, you know, somehow, some way, Mitch pulled a rabbit out of his hat and found a way to turn Kwame and I think it was Javaris Crittenton, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember who all was in that trade, but I know for a fact Kwame was in that trade, and I know for a fact that Marc Gasol was in that trade. And wow, we were able to pull off getting our next legend, And Powell was a player who was really, really fluid. He was an amazing passer, uh, very good rebounder, had some of the best touch on the inside you'll ever see, and just understood the game in ways that many players don't on an international level and beyond. This is somebody who's had so much success playing for Spain over the years, gold medal winner, if I'm not mistaken, and multi medals at that. I just have the utmost respect for Powell's game. um, and I never forget it. Just in my personal life, looking back on watching Powell play a lot of the time it was a little frustrating for myself and my mom because we were used to Shaq. Shaq was a power dunker, power player, all this, and his his infectious energy coupled with his power play made us have an understanding, a false understanding, and to be honest, a spoiled nature about ourselves about what a center is supposed to look like. So when we got Powell, he was more so a guy who, you know, played a finesse game. Someone who looked to make others better. Someone who looked to shoot from long range. We weren't used to all that. We loved the fact that he shoot threes, but dunk the ball, be tough. We want you to slam it home and all that. So early on, it was like we didn't understand Powell's game. We didn't like it. And it wasn't until we started seeing Kobe talk about Powell and helping us understand what he brings to the table, helping us understand the genius of Pau Gasol on the basketball floor and how essential he was to what Kobe did. And once we start seeing what Kobe was telling us about, once we started looking at the game from that perspective and Powell's game from that perspective, we learned to appreciate him. And then the winning started. Then we made it to the finals. Even though we lost to the Boston Celtics, we got an understanding of what type of player we had on our team. It was like, oh, okay, now, it's not just finesse play and all-star appearances, but this dude can help us, And then we went into the next year, won it in Orlando. He had a massive to do with that, obviously. And then, of course, the Boston series, the following year, we were able to get our revenge. And I'm very thankful that Big Perk didn't play Game 7. That really helped us. And Powell took advantage of that by being so very active on the boards and putbacks and key moments in that game that ultimately carried us. Him and Ron Artest, in my opinion, were the MVPs of that series, even though Kobe got it. Kobe didn't play very well in that series, and we all remember it. It was Powell and Ron that really pushed the way for us to win that championship in 2010. So, as I remember Pau Gasol, it was very clear to me that this was somebody who was going to be going up in the rafters. That was evident even before he retired. We already knew this day was coming. And then you just, overall after that, you just see how he maneuvered. He still kept very close to Kobe's family and stayed very close during their most difficult times, and just his overall passion for the medical field and his desire to be a doctor, and how we understood that to be one of his passions as Laker fans. We knew that, but he still sacrificed a lot of that so that he could give us the game that he had and give us the championships that we won. You know what I mean? A lot of that I always felt that Powell would, have loved to live a life um, that didn't involve basketball so long as he could play. So long as he could do what he wanted to do in the medical field. I really thought, and I remember him talking about it. That was like a real passion for him. But basketball was something he was great at, and it was something he felt, he could do obviously a lot of great for himself and his family for playing. So, he gave it his all, and in doing so, turned into the first ballot Hall of Famer and a Laker legend. And that is not something you say lightly. I was looking at Laker highlights from the years that I first started watching basketball, and I think about some of the players like Nick Van Axel, Eddie Jones, Cedric Ceballos, guys like that, of whom we loved. And we think about, as much as we loved them, they didn't bring us the chip. You got to give credit to the guys that got us there. You got to give credit to the guys who were a part of the things that we can still see in the banners. And I would love to see Eddie get his number retired. I would love to see Nick Van Axel get his number retired. But there was no way it was going to happen before guys like Pau Gasol. There was no way that was going to happen. And I'm waiting for them to get Michael Cooper up there as well. There's still some players that I could argue deserve to be up there. Even role players. I know that we're the best of the best, and we only celebrate the best of the best. But I would like to commemorate some of the great role players that we've had, because some of our great role players have had significant impact on championship teams. And they're not normal, regular role players. They're not role players that you just, hey, that guy played for that team, he was good, all right, hurrah. No, we have guys that did big things in big moments. You think we win them championships without Derek Fisher? Kobe Bryant never won a championship without Derek Fisher. I think number 2 should be up in the rafters with Fisher on the back of it. I know he ain't no Hall of Famer. I know he ain't no superstar. But he should be up there. He should be up there, in my opinion. Robert Horry. I mean, do we win even half of those championships we won with Shaq and Kobe without Robert Horry's heroics? Hell no. We don't. We don't win those without him. He should probably be commemorated. So for me, it's like, this is a victory because Pau Gasol deserved to be there from the jump, and we didn't hesitate. You know what I mean? The NBA champion, we didn't hesitate. And I like that about my organization. We take the excellence and we reward that excellence. And this is no exception. So that's what I'm appreciative of, man. And I just want to get up here and use my platform to say how much I appreciate Powell's contributions to the league. And just ultimately what all the Lakers have brought to my household and my childhood and all of the personal stuff that comes with just being a fan, of the NBA and a fan of the Lakers. So yeah, that's what I want to express, you guys. Very, very, very pleased with the decision to retire his jersey. Congratulations to Pau Gasol on a Hall of Fame career, championship career. That's 2 rings and several other accolades as well. So you'll see him wearing that jacket soon enough. He's putting that on. So yeah, that's what I got, man. My name is BDF44. I feel like I should be mentioning Kobe in some way, because that was, at the end of the day, I was one of his best friends. They established a bond on the court that bled over to off the court. They were even able to speak languages, Spanish to one another on the court, which gave us an advantage. Sometimes out there, that kind of thing. It was just a phenomenal synergy between those 2 legendary players. And as Kobe said, I can leave it with this. Kobe doesn't feel he wins those championships without Pau. And Kobe told us that Pau's jersey should be up there next to his. So I'd expect that's where the Lakers are going to put it. Not just because Kobe said it, but because Pau earned it. My name's BDF44. Thank y'all for watching. I'm out.